Good morning and happy Wednesday. For all the Fly Lady followers, it's Anti-Procrastination Day. Do you drive around in a car that's a rolling trash can? Or when you open your van door, do things kind of fall out into the parking lot when you stop? If you're having trouble maintaining your vehicle because you're balancing so many things with getting kids in and out of the car and all their stuff and your stuff, I want to tell you how I deal with my van. Every time I stop to get gas, while we're pumping gas, I'm also gathering trash. Now, I am fortunate I have a driver. My 16-year-old likes to drive anywhere I go, so he can be pumping gas for me safely, and I can be directing the other two boys to hand me trash from the back of the van, and I throw it away there at the gas station. Now, if it's papers that has our name and address, of course, I don't throw that away. I take that home and shred it. But anything like our loose bulletins from church, papers they've gathered here and there, papers I may have gathered, I throw away in the trash right there while I'm at the gas station and they're pumping gas for me. So it's rare that we open a door and things fly out. Now, I will say sometimes there might be a loose empty water bottle that rolls out every now and then, or if a gust of wind comes, typically there's a church bulletin or two floating around. But it's not a rolling trash can. There's not a whole lot of trash in my van because I pretty much get gas every week. Once a month I go through the little automated car wash, get the van washed, and then I vacuum it. And they have a nice vacuum cleaner that I don't have to put quarters in. It's actually free, so that makes me happy. But that's how I maintain my car. Typically I will be getting gas on Fridays when I'm out doing errands, but it just depends on the week. With the addition of my son's appointments in the past month, we've been driving more, so I've been getting gas whatever day of the week it is that my gas tank is at half a tank. Yeah, you heard me. I gas up when my van is at half a tank. That's something I learned from the Fly Lady because I want to always have gas in the car when I need to go somewhere. And back on May 30th when I got the phone call that my son needed me to meet him at the ER, and then I ended up driving an hour and a half away to go to the trauma center, I had enough gas in my car at 11 o'clock at night. I didn't have to stop in an unsafe place and worry about my safety while I got gas because I have this policy of filling up my gas tank when I hit half a tank. Now, I know that's a different thought process for a lot of you, and you think that's kind of crazy, but it usually lasts me about a week unless I'm doing a whole lot of driving. And that way I don't have to put a whole tank of gas in, which costs more money. And it also, I think, helps with my gas mileage because there's not as much evaporation that happens when it's completely full. So start checking your gas level whenever you get in the van or car. And if that's something you don't do normally, make that a habit because you never know when you may have to go in the middle of the night for a child or a parent or your spouse or someone that you're close to, and you need gas in your car to get to them. So don't have the habit of running on empty. And when you're getting gas, get the trash out of your car or your van. That's going to give you time to get it out of there without being, another thing to do because you're already there getting gas. And yesterday I talked about swish and swipe, and I had a couple of questions about that. Whenever we do our detailed cleaning for Zone 3, the main bathroom or one extra room, which is around the third week of the month, that's when I will dump out that plastic flower vase that has the water and shampoo. I just dump it into the toilet, swish it around, flush it, and it's gone. And then I can add a squirt of shampoo or body wash to that vase, add some more water, and it's ready to go. Now, if you think about the properties of soap, I don't have a lot of germs growing in there anyway because soap doesn't allow germs to grow. It repels them. So it's not necessary. You can just add water if you like, but I do try to put fresh water in about once a month. So it's not a big deal, but that's just a little question that was asked yesterday, so I thought I would go ahead and cover that. I've already done my morning routine today. I've had my breakfast, I'm dressed to the shoes, I had my exercise, I've got the laundry going, the boys are having breakfast, and we're just moving along with our day. Now, I have several things to do to follow up today with phone calls, and since it's Anti-Procrastination Day, I am going to take the time to deal with those phone calls because those are the things I don't enjoy doing, is doing follow-up phone calls and making appointments because they can take 1 minute, 2 minutes, or they can take 30 minutes. And you know what I'm talking about. So if you find that you're putting off making these phone calls, schedule just a few minutes each morning or on Anti-Procrastination Day on Wednesday, catch up on them, and you'll get them over with. You don't want to put things off that you really need to handle, and there are phone calls I've not wanted to make this week that I've went ahead and just used the do it now principle, did it, and got it over with. So I hope you're having a beautiful day. It's gorgeous here in North Carolina. We've been having high humidity and thunderstorms in the evenings, so I do kind of keep an eye on the weather every day to make sure that we're safe. So I hope you enjoy your day. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about taking care of your home or your car. I'm going to talk about some routine maintenance around the house in a future video, because you can use your calendar to remind you to do some things that you don't have to do but once a month or every 3 months or every 6 months. So have a great day, and feel free to drop me a line at Tammy@TammyFox.com. I'll talk to you tomorrow.